Hey, everybody. Good day, good love, and great light. Illuminators and way showers. Thank you for joining me. I'm Wendy. This is my husband, Dave. And today we're going to talk about vitality. Yes, vitality. So, it's summer here in central Alabama, and it has been hot, hot, hot. And kind of what brought on this whole message from my guides, the Emissaries of the Light Collective, who've been with me for as long as I have been, and I with them, and it's been quite an exploration. And oftentimes when I'm doing mundane things, well, I say mundane, but like gardening, all of a sudden my resistance is none, and I am open to the messages and color and flowers and chakras has been one of the most exciting things for me to share about our interconnectedness with all of these things, how they affect us. I'm already getting like tingles. So this message has been multi-layered for a couple of days, and it really started with this idea of honoring the flowers, as I have been in several of my videos, and using the language of flowers and soul flower plant spirit guide in part of my own journey, and sharing with all of us how flowers, all of plants, everything is interconnected, everything, and that everything speaks its own language of light. Everything is a vibration. Everything is a stimulation for all of us, and a constant conversation. And as the vitality was just draining away from the plants, I started to receive these sort of multi-layered messages about this idea of vital, and the word vital and and the layers in which we have created for ourselves to design into our language this idea of life force. And how so I was looking at these marigolds, and this year I grew some of the most enormous marigolds I have ever even known existed. Seriously, they were as tall as me, and I'm 5 foot tall, small, but they really grew as tall as me. And I was just in awe of their color and their vibrancy, and the nasturtiums, which actually have lost their vitality, at least for now, for the summer. So as I was just giving my gratitude to all of the food that we've harvested, going over the things we did do right, the things I didn't do right, the things I want to change, what is it like to garden here in the South in the heat? Something new for me and Dave. So all of these things were swirling through my head, and belief systems were coming up, and realizations about myself, and it was just this overwhelming immersion in information and energy. And as I started thinking about the flowers and the word, when I look at the color, when we look at these colors, what do we think of? First one, the word that comes to my mind is vibrant. And I was thinking about, so they were sharing with me about the idea of vitality and life force energy. And what was interesting is with that in this one, the language of flowers, number 43, vitality. So the number equals 7. Number 7 is also the number of July. It is a number that Dave and I share energetically. And so if that number means something to you, or the 43, the Mexican marigold. So I don't know that these are exactly Mexican marigolds, but that's what was in the book. So, and immediately I was not surprised that the word was vitality, because that is how I felt when I was immersed in the colors and the smell. And one of the things that we love about marigolds is because it also helps the harmony of the garden. And it did a fantastic job of keeping, we'll go there a different direction, but it did a great job of keeping away the insects to maintain harmony in the garden. what we did discover and I'm just going to throw this in there with vitality, is water. Water is vital and vitality. And so I will add that too, that there was a huge learning experience here as well about the vitality that water brings us, and to all things. And the immediate message, and we can, read the message in the book as well, but also through the soul flower. You look at the colors on here and the colors of this jacket. This was a gift from my sister, and it just fills me with vitality. And I wear a lot of colorful stuff. My skirt is very colorful. I couldn't get it all in the shot, but it brings me vitality to see and wear all of these colors and these crazy mixtures. And then in the soul flower, for the nasturtium flower, which is I also picked, but unfortunately has lost its vitality. So summer is coming to a peak here. It has been just
which one is the nasturtium?
Oh, sorry, the nasturtium.
No,
I mean the here. Well, actually, there's nothing left to show because it actually lost its vitality. But I can show you one of the leaves. So here's one of the nasturtium leaves, and I was trimming all of them too, so that I was hopefully to get some more blooms. But it has been
no petals left.
No petals left. I was going to see if I could even have a petal to show you the color, but the color was exactly like this. It is exactly this color, and. But that, it's kind of part of the message, is when we feel cut away from source, and perhaps this is a good analogy, that when the flowers are cut away from their source, they do lose their vitality. When we feel cut away from source, we believe we have no vitality. And this is where the message was really going, is this idea of vitality and vital. The big message was, when you are not following your heart and your joy, your vitality in your mind, the life source that's vital to your everyday happiness it's wilted. And that was really the defining moment of it was like I had this flash of my past, if you will, and I have been feeling this lack of vitality, in a sense, for a long while. And I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and a friend, and we were both talking about the same thing. And then I started hearing similar messages from other people, light workers, if you will. And there was this sense of losing our vitality, but it's all because of belief systems and judgments about ourselves, and how that saps our vitality. It saps our life force when we're in judgment. It saps, it drains our vitality of what we feel is our life force, to then it's when we are not following our highest joy, and whether in any way, shape, or form, it saps the vitality out of everything else that we do, what we want to do, what we believe we can do, what we are excited to get up in the morning for. When we are not excited every day, where's our vitality? It's almost as if we haven't had enough water in that sense. And
when I'm looking at this card,
and I didn't even show you guys the card, did I? That's the nasturtium flower, and that is the color of it. And
so when I'm looking at this card, sort of unlike a lot of the other cards of flowers, the leaf in this card is an extremely equal size and importance to the image of the flower.
And if anybody's grown these, they're amazing.
And it just makes me, you just happen to have only the leaf left, but it just goes to it's sort of telling me that all the parts of the flower are equally as important. And even though you might be distracted by the wonderful colors of the flower, the leaves and the stems and the roots are equally as important as the vibrant colors. So don't forget about all the things that bring the vibrant colors out in the flower. And it's just sort of funny that stuck out to me when I looked at the card. And a lot of the other cards that I've seen don't really accentuate the leaves the same way as that particular.
And maybe
card
that's
does.
part of maybe that's part of the magic. Yes, the essence of the message of this flower too. And of course, right away I see the heart energy, vital, vi. And so when they invited me to explore the idea of our language and how we have created this for ourselves. What do we think about when we think of vi? Vibration. Number one, vibration. What is it like when we live vicariously through someone else? We are excited through their excitement. We get to vicariously carry their life source energy into our life by being excited about what somebody else is doing. And yet the idea of living vicariously through someone else is also the idea that, where are you not following your highest excitement, perhaps, in that you are looking for your own vitality. And the nasturtium says, spicy, sensual nasturtium encourages your spiritual and thinking self to come into balance. That was part of when I looked up the word vi, the prefix vi, vi. There's so many words that we proceed with the letters vi that speak of strength, unity, vital energy, source energy. The word vi and anything attached to that stands for, that idea of power. What gives us power? We already contain all the power. What belief systems are brought up that take away our belief in our own vitality, or that we need to find it from someplace else? And really where it comes from is I'm just like everyone else. When I get excited about doing something, there is nothing that can stop me. And and Dave is a testament to that. It just
nothing.
It's when I have a desire to do something and I'm excited about it, one of which is doing these videos. It's like, okay, don't wait. And the thing is that but it was like the perfect moment needed to present itself. And it's funny that I kept watching for more nasturtiums to bloom, and they were just done. It was like they were just done. And so so I'll go back to the reading, spicy sensual nasturtium. And these are, marigolds are also spicy. We know that spicy smell. Encourages your spiritual and thinking self to come into balance with earthly physical reality. She brings us warmth and vitality and into the physical, into the practical experience of your daily life, motivating you into action. And that's funny. Motivating you into action as opposed to just thinking about it. No more procrastinating. That is what the biggest message that was coming to me from my guides was no more procrastinating and allowing these other belief systems to sap your vitality or think that you are not source, that I, me, and the reminder that I am a part of this idea of life force energy and expressing that in all the ways that excite me, and no more procrastinating. And I thought that was funny because putting it into action into our daily lives. And that was one of the things about channeling that, and I'll go into this more in another video too, but the idea of channeling is also the idea that you are connected to all of those parts of you all the time. And we are we're sending and receiving vitality by remembering that we are source, that we are vital, that what you are and what you do is vital, but that all of us not doing what brings us joy and excitement and happiness and confidence and pleasure is sapping our vitality. And the ripples extend out in every single aspect of your life, including your belief in your source energy, what you can see, what you can feel, what you can hear, what you can connect to, what you're capable of. And this goes for me too. I have got tingles all over me because this is what they reminded me of. I am you, you are us. And regardless of what perspective, the I, Wendy, the I am that I'm speaking from, whether it's the angelic presence, all of the galactic presences, all of the aspects, it is so vitally wide, that widespread, the musical aspects of all that I am. I've been exploring a lot of that idea lately too. That's why I kind of started with the chimes, and I haven't been exploring enough of that. And I felt the vitality, I don't even want to say stuck, because it's just a belief. It's just an experience that it's stuck. And that's the best part of it. And I got to say, the funny thing is, to stop procrastinating, I had to laugh because I was looking at the deck, because these are in numerical order. Number 1 is action. Action. And this flower is the Venus flytrap. Grab that vital force energy and, grab it. And remember, it hasn't gone anywhere. You just forgot. You forgot that these are the things that, and I look around and I think all of the little things that I do or we do in a day, whether it's putting my artwork around me, whether it's putting my shamanic spirit sorts of things around me, my art crystals, my cards, the things that bring us joy, the Buddha, and the throne behind us, the pyramids, music. It's just, and when we are lighting an incense, the simple things that we do in a day that bring us vitality feeds that vitality. And so I just thought that was very interesting, that the message was action. Sorry, Dave, I always do that to him. Sorry. Action. It's time to take action. Whatever it is, this message is here for you in this hot, here in the South and in the United States. It's the hot summer. Maybe it's the middle of winter where you are. I have so many of you friends in Australia. Love you guys. And so whether it's the brilliance of the snow and how the light feeds off of the trees or the water or whatever it is that's bringing you vitality, spend more time doing those things. Even if it's the simplest, tiniest things. Even yesterday, I made a big pot of, chicken broth again. Just looking at it brings me vitality, the colors, and even Dave recognizes that. So I think that was really the biggest message in all this is what things are we doing and not doing that, and even what more words can we put in our daily language that remind us about that life force, that that balance, that perfect balance. Because when we are not balancing the things that we love to do and not including them, and even now, it's like, do the video first. Do it now, do it first. This is the moment, this is the time. And I really I was going through anything else that I might have left out in some of the messages. And a lot of the messages that came to me also through all of this were to stop being afraid to allow the information and the channeling to come from whatever voice it wants to come from. And it's always been, and anybody you listen to, it's always about the message. And whether or not it rings true and clear for you. Does it give you vital force energy? Does it feed you? Does it excite you? How does it make you feel inside? Does it make you feel powerful, empowered, strength? Does it give you the remembrance of your source light energy? What are we feeding ourselves every day? And release,
and not just food.
No, exactly.
Food is a very small part
exactly.
of the things we feed ourselves
What
with.
are we feeding ourselves with? In the things that we do, and the things that we think of, and the words that we use. And
where do we put our energy into? Do we want to watch the news all day and immerse ourselves in feeding ourselves that? Or do we want to take a walk in nature? Or, even if you're in a position where you can't really do anything other than sit in front of the television or the computer or the phone, what are you watching? Sometimes we just watch people go for nature walks.
And there's in many of the realities, there's a lot going on. Well, there's always a lot going on. There's always going to be a lot going on. And I'm reminded again, vibration. You are not changing the earth that you're on. Not at all. So none of that matters. Following your highest joy moment by moment creates the vibration in which you then move to a version of the reality in which you prefer, in which then you will begin to see the reflection of that in the news. So that's the point of it. Stop procrastinating and take the action that it takes to change your vibration, your vitality. Everything is a reflection of that. You're going to see that everywhere you go and with everyone you meet, and you will be working and interacting with a new version of all those things. Anyway, I don't want to extend the message any more than it needs to, but just this is to move us into action. And again, this is 2024. The opening of this big giant door to opening contact of all that we are, to all that we are, recognizing that one moment I may be speaking from the I am that I feel that I am as the Wendy version, and yet the I am that I am and that you are and all that is always speaking. That's the thing. It's like trying to take a drop of water out of the ocean and putting it back in and saying, well, now who's speaking? It's all of us. And there's so much more to that idea of there is nothing outside of creation, there is nothing. And again, there's more analogies that they wanted to give. But for today, the message was really about vitality. What is it that you believe is what's vital? The most important thing that's vital to your existence is following the path of the things that make you really excited to vibrate, that when you think about it, you're just so excited, because then you're in the vibration of the remembering it's all now and it's already there and it's already here. It exists. You can't imagine anything that doesn't exist. Once you become the vibration of it, then you can see it, you can feel it, you can taste it, you can touch it. That's manifestation. That's the magic of vitality, is remembering all of that and how that's all connected. So yes, I love doing this. I want to do more and more of this and want to do more of it live and more. So that's part of me, my guides speaking to me through the flowers when I'm out there doing things. And I felt so good. I felt so good after, thanking all the plants and just renewing the idea that just by harvesting everything and starting new, I'm giving this new vitality. And Dave and I have been talking about that too, about the soil and, giving it more vitality so that it can absorb more vitality. Vitamins. Think about the words we use. Vitamix, vitamins, vita this, vi. Start seeing it. Start paying attention to that word, that prefix, and you'll start to feel the literal vibration of
Vibration.
So with that said, thank you for being in this vibration with Dave and I today. Thank you so much. Following your highest joy and excitement is speaking your language of light. You are source of vital energy, and everything that you do that's in joy is vital to all that is. Vital to everything for you to be the weird puzzle you are. You are unique for a reason. Unique. Unicorns. Nyato bese. Okay, love you guys. Nyato bese. And thank you always for being a vital part of my
co-creation.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.